Hey, hello everybody. Good afternoon to you. So yesterday we talked again. Well, let me introduce myself. This is Mr. Dave again. For those of you that know me, you could call me Dave, Mr. Dave, David, Hirapetyan, anything you want to. Well, today we are in bed nice. I just drank my coffee, but I need some water. So let me drink my water too, so I could, not get dehydrated. 1 minute, please. For those of you that haven't, please subscribe to my channel because I'm going to absolutely read this book with you. My system. Okay? Also, for those of you that are wondering what music I'm listening to, it's called Classical Concentration Playlist on Apple Music. It's one of my favorite playlists on Apple Music. I love listening to this because it has no words, which the words distract me most of the time. If I try to listen, for example, to Kid Cudi right now, who I love, the words distract me from paying attention. But there is no words in classical music. So therefore, I'm able to concentrate much easily. I also like nature sounds. But we will talk about music maybe in another video. For now, we are talking about my system. And I'm going to open chapter 1 and read it for you. Okay, back to recording. So also you might be hearing bird sounds from the background. That's my parakeet. I have a little parakeet, and I might we might talk about my parakeet in another video. Who knows? I know a lot about parakeets. I had parakeets for a long time. This parakeet, I actually found it in the middle of the street. It was lost, so I decided to get it and take it home. Anyways, let's concentrate, Mr. Dave. So let me share my screen. One, two, no, dos, tres. Okay, I am sharing my screen. Okay, everybody. So back to my system 21st century edition. So yesterday we got the we read the so these are the table of contents. Once again, the elements is part 1. So forget about everything else. Just we're focusing on the elements. Okay, first chapter on the center and development. Folks, I promise you, when you listen and understand this chapter, okay, you are automatically going to become a better chess player. Okay? And I'm going to shout out to one of my friends named Harut. Harut, if you listen to this video, a lot of times I play with you, and you don't know anything about the center, right? And now I don't mean to hurt your feelings, my brother. I'm sure. I know you like to take jokes, so I'm sure you're not gonna get sensitive. But if you do, please let me know, and I will not shout you out like that again. But anyways, a lot of time we're playing, right? We played, and you didn't know anything about the center, for example. So that was it. If I know that you don't know anything about the center, right? right here. See chapter 1, under center and development, it's pretty much over. You have no chance in beating me. The only way that you could beat me is if I get like completely drunk or something, or if something like that. But after this, you're going to get better. And for example, if you play against someone like your brother Hako, who does not know about this, nothing about the center, then he has no chance in beating you, basically. So here we go. All right. So thankfully, we got the introduction out yesterday. All right. All right. Part 1, the elements, chapter 1. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this my video because okay, right there. So okay, here we go. But it is recording. I'm sharing the screen and it is recording. Okay. So part 1. Let me double check because yesterday I was just reading out loud and the screen wasn't being shared. Okay, so my video is not on. That's good. You don't need to see my face right now. And also it is recording. Okay. And we got the beautiful classical concentration music in the background. Hopefully YouTube does uh, not allow my video to get published. But if it does, then I'll just put something else in the background. No problemo. So chapter 1 contains okay, so right now we're just going to get a let's see. I like to call this getting a bird's eye view, okay? So we're simply going to get a bird's eye view of on the from there to, let's see, how long? Okay, let me see. How many pages should we get a bird's eye view to? Okay, page 5. Let's see how long chapter 1 is. 7. Okay. Okay. I got you. I got you, my brother. No problemo. Okay, so all right, so let's just get a bird's eye view to 1 over there. All right. Okay, so contains a short introduction and what the less advanced student must know about the center and development. In my opinion, the following are to be considered the elements of chess strategy: the center, 2, play in open files, 3, play in the 7th and 8th ranks, 4, the passed pawn, 5, the pin, 6, discovered check, 7, exchanging, 8, the pawn chain. Okay? Each one of these elements will be as thoroughly explained as possible in what follows. We begin with the center, which we propose to treat at first with the less experienced player in mind. In the second part of the book, which is devoted to positional play, we will attempt to investigate the center from the point of view of higher learning. As you know, the center was precisely the port around which, in the years 1911 and 13, what amounted to be a revolution in chess took place. I mean that the articles which I wrote, okay, and it says HP Dr. Tarash Moder, okay, uh, I ran directly counter to the traditional conception and sounded the call to revolt, which was in fact to give birth to the neo Romantic school. Okay, so this is some of the letters are, as you can see, are not there for some reason, but it's fine, whatever. The twofold treatment of the center, which we propose to undertake on instructional grounds, would therefore seem to be justified. First, a few definitions on the center and development. Okay, so number one, the frontier line. Number two, the midpoint, the small square in this is the center. All right, so the line shown on diagram one, we call the frontier line and is of course to be taken in its mathematical, not in its chess sense. The square marked on diagram 2 is the midpoint of the board. Again, naturally, in its mathematical sense, the midpoint is easy to find as it is the point of intersection of the long diagonals. Okay, all right, so now let's read this more thoroughly. Okay, folks, so sometimes I might be mispronouncing words. And the reason I do that, honestly, is because, just to make this video a little bit more entertaining. I know you might be laughing at my reading a little bit. And I don't mind when people laugh at me. I know how to give jokes and take jokes as long as I make the video a little bit entertaining, so you follow along with me and don't get too bored. Because if I just read everything like a professional, then it's not going to be so fun. Anyways, so right now, for example, I might be silly or mispronounce words on purpose. So, chapter one on the center and development. So, we're going to reread this again. Now, we are going to read this thoroughly and make sure, I'm going to make sure I understand it. Again, I'm reading this for the first time with you. I'm going to make sure I understand this. All right. Uh, and hopefully you will understand it too. So, chapter one on the center and development. So, contains a short introduction and what the less advanced student must know about the center and development. Okay, so by the less advanced student, it could be Harut. Again, Harut, remember, man, if please, it's just a joke, my brother. I hope you don't take this seriously. Okay, so in my opinion, the following are to be considered the elements of chess strategy. One, the center. Two, play in open files. Three, play in the seventh and eighth ranks. Four, the passed pawn. Five, the pin. Six, discovered check. Seven, exchanging. Eight, the pawn chain. Okay. Each one of these elements will be as thoroughly explained as possible in what follows. We began with the center, okay, which we propose to treat at first with the less experienced player in mind. In the second part of the book, which is devoted to positional play, we will attempt to investigate the center